All right, so I have done a first impressions on this Bodycology's Caramel Indulgence. This is a limited edition fragrance, and I keep hearing about people highlighting the pistachio portion of things. However, I did give a first impressions. That video should already be up by the time that this one goes up. However, I did want to still give a response, react, all of that to it, as you guys are seeing it across the screen in my hands. This has notes of caramel, pistachio, and coconut milk. I don't recall picking up too much of any of the coconut milk, and I'm not sure how that ties in with the caramel and pistachio. But if there's one thing I understand, if I don't understand perfumery, as long as I've been in the game, checking out fragrances, studying stuff, doing experiments, layering, all that other stuff. One thing I do understand that is just because a fragrance has a note that you feel like personally don't go with the others, it may actually work with the chemistry of the other notes. And then you also have to keep in mind that the reason why you may be smelling one scent over the other is because of the structure of fragrances. I'm gonna go over it for y'all for class, all right? Here it is. Fragrances, regardless of concentration, are divided into 3 categories. They may use the names interchangeably, but it remains the same. The structure remains the same. Base notes is what they put in first. Middle notes is what they put in second. If you don't see middle notes, I keep saying it says heart notes. Sometimes the middle notes aren't called middle notes, they're called heart notes. It's the same thing. That's what they put in after the base notes. That's their second layer. Then there's top notes is what they put in last before they finish the formulation of everything. Now, why do I say all that? Normally when you spray a fragrance, whether it's on this level, this is considered on the lower end of the fragrance concentration guide. I got a whole video about that. I'll put it, as a matter of fact, at the end of this one. Whenever you smell any fragrance, regardless of its concentration, whether it has a low longevity or a high longevity, even if you're washing your clothes, it's still in your clothes, that's good. I done had that happen before. I done own perfumes like that. Normally, what you first smell when you spray out a fragrance, regardless of whether it lasts an hour or 8 or lasts through a wash in the washing machine, those are those top notes you smell in, okay? And then what plays into what you smell next comes into your sense of smell, your body chemistry, and then even the fabric, the layer of clothing. And that's why your prep method is so important. You want to start with a clean slate. So what does that mean? Bar soap, liquid body wash, or scrub. Start off with one of them 3. Or the shower lotions. Olay has a body conditioner. Start off with something. Bathe with it, get out the shower, put on your lotion. This is considered the last step in my honest opinion. Just like that. I've gone over my basic shower instruction, my shower structure, shower routine structure, and I like to keep it simple. Base notes, middle notes, top notes, just exactly how a fragrance is structured like that. This is exactly how God gave it to me. Okay, you bathe first, that's your base notes. You put on your lotion, that's your middle notes. You spray on the fragrance last, that's your top notes. You sandwich that all together. I'm sorry for making you hungry. Okay. Yeah, talking about sandwiches off of a caramel-based fragrance. Let me get back on track, okay? Not much coconut milk I picked up, but you may pick it up based off of what your nose picks up. And then you have to keep in mind your body chemistry. One thing I'd like to note, and I know you're wondering, why is she talking about again if she gave first impressions? Because this is adding to it. This is meant to be an additional informational video on top of the first impressions video of this that's already up. Bodycology tends to have their fragrance misstructured really well in the area of ingredient lists. I have always said that if you are a person that's very heavy into fragrance mist and maybe you're worried about the price, about getting eau de parfums, there's an abundance of them, but eau de parfums are not all underneath the same grade level, lasting power wise. Okay, my personal opinion. I've been there. It said eau de parfum, and then it don't last as long as one that I one that I've owned that came out in the 80s. Like, it's not even on the same level. Okay? And that's okay. But you need to know that. Bodycology is one of the brands outside of Calgon and Body Fantasies. Those are the top three. I grew up with the OG. Calgon, Bodycology, and Body Fantasies. They all still making stuff. Now, Calgon need to come out from hiding and upgrade and get to making some more releases. I'm telling you this because I love you. I like you, Calgon. Remember, there was a red velvet cake one that went viral. You need to bring that back. It's the perfect time to do it because folks out there making red velvet cake and it's the holidays. Anywho, let me get back on track. Bodycology has a structure of between the first 3 to 5 or the first 5 to 7 in the ingredient list. I dare you to go look into it. And go in the store, go look up this one. I ain't looking at nothing else. Go for this one then. Turn it around if you see within the first 3 to 5 or the first 5 to 7 ingredients. There it says fragrance, perfume in parentheses. That's normally how you're going to see it. Chances are, if it's within the first 3 to 5 or within the first 5 to 7 in the ingredient listing, you have a higher chance of it lasting longer. Then the rest of it is up to you when it comes to your body chemistry, how you shower, what your routine is like, and how thorough your shower routine is. Then that you're going to have a chance. But if you see fragrance in the ingredient list and it's from the middle to the end of the list, baby, you might want to consider something else. You might want to consider keep looking. That's all. I'm just saying this based off of experience. Cause I done made the trials. Look, trial and error. I done made the mistakes, and my mistakes are y'all's lessons. Okay? So love ya. When I think about love, it's one of the bravest things that you can do. It is patient. It is kind. It does not envy or boast. And it'll keep you on the coast of not being rude or self-seeking. Nor is it easily angered or seething mad. And it keeps no records of wrongs. It has no pleasure in evil, but it rejoices in the truth. And most of all,